Good afternoon or good morning to most of you Americans here. Welcome over to race 4 of this KFC Fantasy NASCAR series here at Watkins Glen. And we had somewhat a good old race, last race back at Martinsville, where Alrighty Alejo in his number 2 car took the victory. But
Avery Hamilton finishing second in his debut. That gave the team a big morale boost coming into this one.
Definitely. Oh god damn it, I almost forgot to do something. The ratings. Because I've added to the cars, so I don't want them to get shitty ratings. But luckily, I did it before I was meant to start the qualifying, grid. So, yeah, that would have been even more embarrassing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, pardon me, but that was so close. That was so close, man. That was so close this time. Right. On Fancy NASCAR.
I'll just let them know that Owen have technical difficulties.
Not exactly technical. Not exactly as bad as last time. So pardon me for everyone.
Last time we were about like an hour behind.
Obviously, because I think I must have gone back. Hello, Jerry Chen. I believe that's you joining in.
Yep.
Good. Right. We're just about to start. Just some bit of last minute thing I just almost forgot to do, but otherwise we're ready to go.
Awesome.
Right.
I'll be here for like 20 minutes, but I will commentate the first 20 minutes of this race. It should be interesting. Watkins Glen.
Cool.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, it is the Glen.
First road course on our schedule. That should be really fun for us to watch.
I feel good about this one.
Yeah, and guess what? My sponsor's based in New York, so I should feel better about this one because I sort of have to win it for my sponsor, right?
Wait, so you're running Earnhardt throwback again?
Yep, I am running the Earnhardt 1978 to 1980 number 2 Oldsmobile throwback. I ran it last week I guess yesterday in Martinsville. I decided to run it again because it has I Love New York on the deck lid, and I'm going to run it here in actually New York.
Remember when Cheez-It sponsored? The Glen race?
Yeah, the Cheez-Its 355.
Yeah, and then like what was that? The Haluva Good Dip 355.
Oh, good.
I don't even know what that is. Is that just like?
I think it's a restaurant. I think.
No, it's chip dip. I think because I see it at the store a lot.
It is a dip. Yeah, I lied.
It's dip.
Shall I skip to the qualifying standings now?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see who's going to be on pole.
I'm just gonna get snipping tool ready.
Holy shit! Austin Leong in his debut race, he will take pole position, and another shock for.
Oh, look at this!
Who's in the top two?
The Hill brothers, right? The Hill brothers in row making up some of those. Oh look!
Avery Hamilton in third place.
Leland Motorsports.
Three in a row. 3 in a row for the Hill Mix team.
And also the satellite team of Arthur Xavier.
Oh, that's 4 in a row. Technically, make that.
That is awesome. And in terms of my team, first car qualifying for my team, it's still going to be Pat Rose carrying a banner for JC Motorsports in the number 13 Napa car in 12.
Great. Tari starts in the back again.
Yeah.
Hey,
we got
oh dear.
Racing Enterprises with Richard Petty Jr. making his debut after a clusterfuck that was yesterday's Martinsville race by Hamner Schindler.
Oh yeah, something new I've got to announce. I'm going to be doing a radioactive now.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Go for it.
Quick note about Richard Petty Jr., everybody. He has been signed on with JC Motorsports for the next season. He will be with HRE for this season and then JC Motorsports for the next season.
Wait, we've got another tie in the positions again for 7.
Before we move on, your ticker is off. So
I know the ticker is not working. It appears to be offline, and I don't know if it's going to be fixed already.
Why are there some cars already out on the track?
Don't tell me. I think this looks like a glitch, more like a glitch.
Should still work.
I think it's because like we have like a big field.
I feel so, but it should be fine actually. But I do hope it's not going to be some
Yeah, it'll-
clusterfuck or anything else. If it does, then we'll definitely fix it after this race.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, why are there cars on track? Why is Drew Walker 20th? Wait, I don't think qualifying's finished. Is it?
no, it's already
Qualifying is done.
finished. We're moving on to the race. Just
Oh,
next, well,
I don't know.
the game's
How many
80
laps?
seconds.
20 something laps?
23 laps.
23.
23 laps.
Obviously,
Awesome.
it would take about 40 minutes, considering it's Watkins Glen, so.
Accelerate.
Accelerate it to get this started.
So we've got like a full pace lap to do.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
let's
wait
get-
until
let's get back
the
to that,
driver
'cause
starts their
it's
engines.
fucking fun.
Oh, before we go any further, I just want to make sure that we all simplify the roles for the commentators in case, one speaks more than the other. So, Lynn Hill has said he wants to do the pit reporting and the results. And I don't know what Jerry Chen and Tori Lowell wants to do in terms of role.
Just gonna be in the booth.
Yeah, just gonna commentate until I have to leave, and then Terry can
Oh,
take over.
all right
for-
then. Yeah, that's fine. Tori Lowell can do what role there is available to take over. Anyway, let's
Yeah.
start hearing the drivers start your engines. Yes, the volume is a bit low. I deliberately put it low because we don't want the game to start drowning out our commentating. So, but
Yeah, it
right now-
because I mean, if you look at that, that's a really sharp pit road exit.
let's see what
Yeah, cars
they're
rolling off
they're
pit
coming
road
at the
now.
back. They're coming at the back. I assume why they are.
New scheme
Off
for
some of the field.
New scheme for the number 9 this week, but this is going to be the permanent scheme, since the other one was not ready in time for Martinsville.
And I think the number 13 should have a special scheme as well, repping Xbox today. Maybe not. No,
Mind
it looks like she doesn't, but...
No, she does.
Mind
Can
if
you
I
see
say we
it?
take
Can
the
you see
green
it?
flag?
It's right there.
Oh, she does, yeah. Okay,
I
number 13
know
has it.
I've carefully checked to make sure they're the correct scheme. That's why I
Yeah,
try
number
to split them up.
13, Cat Rose representing Microsoft and Xbox Series X today in that special scheme.
This is probably the biggest field we've had since.
Yeah. Well, it's the biggest
I don't know,
field
since
so
we
far.
started.
It's the biggest field so far.
Well, I guess it's going to be a really good race today at the Glen.
23 cars on grid today.
22
As
cars.
they come down, I don't know where this is. The backstretch?
Yeah, backstretch chicane,
Going into the bus stop, right? Yeah.
and the backstretch chicane. Everyone remembers why that was added because of what happened back in 1991 with J.D. McDuffie.
Rest in peace for J.D. McDuffie here.
Yeah. Now I have a feeling that someone is going to override the bus stop one of these times.
Wait
Oh,
a
yeah,
s-
for sure.
Wait a
The
second.
question is, how many position changes are we going to see on this opening lap of this race?
I guarantee it's not a
I'm-
lot. Apart from when the yellow
Yeah.
flag collision
But
comes
I'm
up.
going to say that someone's not going to make it through that first lap.
Yes, for sure.
I feel like that inside lane is going to be the way to go for quite a lot of these corners.
I almost forgot.
As we're coming into
Wh-
the second backstretch, as we're going to hit the second to last turn, the pace car is going to pull off down pit road once we get to that last turn.
Don't forget that we've just found out that
Spot
LaForge Henry
9
has
over the
just
5
made
and the
history.
4.
LaForge Henry has just made history. She's actually technically the first female driver to start in the front row. But
And the
what
pace car is
we
going
see
to
what
pull
cameras
in.
can
Front
do.
row.
We're going to have a 23-lap race here today at
God, my
Watkins
internet's
Glen.
having major issues.
Here they come to the flag, and the green will come out.
Here we go. The race is on.
Off
Let's see
here
who's gonna
at
make it.
Watkins Glen.
Green flag is out.
Oh God, why is my internet playing up? I've got Avery Hamilton already trying to come for second. Coming
Yeah,
on.
I think he's just
strong
about
right
to make it.
Martinsville lap.
off to a strong start.
Coming off a strong win at Martinsville yesterday, the Hill brothers racing each other hard.
Up the S's. There they go. The
Wait.
number 5 of Avery Hamilton.
Can his brother do the same as what Riley Hill's done as well? Overtake LaForge Henry?
Coming into the pit stop, looks like everybody will make it this lap.
He doesn't! The two Hill brothers have overtaken LaForge Henry just before lap 1 is completed. And it appears to me that
Henry falling back a lot in this race.
There they go.
This has been a big improvement.
I don't know. They're getting a really dicey near the back.
And I think there is certainly going to be some overtaking opportunities in this race. At least a sufficient amount we hope we're going to see. Probably some good old surprises coming up.
Is out front. Going to lead their first
42 of Austin Leon. We don't forget that Austin Leon is actually driving one of Kyle Larson's car. So this is going to be a big oh no for some of the fans who've seen one of Kyle Larson's car currently leading the race, having taken pole at this very race. But can the Hill brothers prevent Leon from happening?
Interesting fact. The 54 has Target on the rear quarter panel today.
That's right.
Like Target has 2 cars on the field today. Looking.
That's
see
right.
What they can do.
I'm gonna watch the back of the field.
Both of them running within the top 3 right now.
Number 36, the Dale Earnhardt car for GHN. He has fallen back a lot since the start of this race. That car is JetBlue as a sponsor. They are the hometown sponsor coming in here at Watkins Glen, being a New York-based company. But they are not doing as well as they hoped they could do. Running right now like 16.
Trying their best to get up there.
And as he will get shuffled back further in the field as they come out of that corner. Up front, still to number 42.
Hendrick Meeks working his way up.
Looking like the 3 Toyotas from Hill Meeks Racing is the dominant force here today.
Looks as if we have Hill Meeks Racing all inside the top 10, I think, as well as the satellite team.
JC Motorsports having a really bad day today, looking like all of their cars are in the back end of the field with a number 33.
It looks like the 28 and the 9 are trying to have a little battle, but I think that... Oh, no, it's the, what is that, the 47.
47 in an unusual position for him.
47, obviously, Daytona 500 winner. Drew Walker driving for JC Motorsports.
Ari Lowell trying their best to get past the 47.
Further up the field, we can see riding on board with Lon Hill right now. He's trying to catch down Avery Hamilton, his rookie teammate, who joined the team 2 days ago and has already became a rookie sensation.
Sean, look at news. You'll see why I did that.
Lena Hill's brother, who is also performing well so far in the Watkins Glen. He's currently in a high 5th place, having qualified, I think, in the same position. Currently chasing the female driver. Can Riley Hill join his 2 teammates up front as they try and battle up against the number 42 of Austin Leon?
And with that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to head out, but I will keep an eye on this race.
No problem.
Right.
Yeah, feel free to leave. Take care. See you later. Right. Riley Hill is currently...
We haven't had our first caution yet.
Yeah, pretty surprising, I'd say.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, come on. I like jinxing it, though.
Here's why we shouldn't let him in the booth anymore.
Don't worry. Nobody else is allowed to come in the commentary box.
I know. I'm just kidding.
5 has a lot of speed down that second back.
Oh, he's gonna
I think he's gonna try it.
There we go. I think Avery Hamilton.
Avery coming off a 2nd place.
I think he wants to do it.
He wants to do it. Lost to the number 2 though. He seems to have a bad fast car, possibly an even faster car than the 42. We can check.
42's gonna go a little wide.
who's and we'll have a look at the fastest lap board here.
Up the S's they go.
The number 53 is currently fastest at the moment with a 1 minute 16.537.
And as you can see, the 5 is ninth fastest. Meanwhile, the 42 is not even in the top 10. So the 5 has a faster car. Just can he get around him?
That will depend. In fact, these are just fastest laps so far ever recorded, not like literally the last laps. But as we take a look at the last lap, let's see who is faster. We have Austin Leong, last lap with a 1 minute 16.772, and Avery Hamilton is of course faster than him last lap with a 1 minute 16.689. So
Hamilton
yeah,
looking to get that win that was unfortunately taken from him yesterday. Hold on, AFK a sec.
Hamilton trying his best to do a really good send, I think.
he wants to be the
Gonna
next.
happen one of these laps.
He wants to be the next Lewis Hamilton. Can he make the name for himself and prove it that he's definitely the real deal? He's still closing in right behind Austin Leong. Oh, Austin Leong is slipping a little bit. You can see as Austin Leong seems to start to give way. He's been put
Both
under
of them
pressure
gave away.
by Avery Hamilton himself. Leyland Hill still making it stick, trying to keep his third place. But of course, we know that his brother has still got
Right.
a driver right in front of him. After Leyland Hill, that's of course LaForge Henry. In fact, the times are almost identical between the two drivers, LaForge Henry and Riley Hill. But I think Riley Hill might have the better grip to try and make an overtake as soon as he's able to do so. We're currently lap 6 out of 23. Still looking good. We have a few good old overtaking opportunities been made.
The word from the radio of the 5 team, they're saying don't push it too hard. He'll make a mistake eventually.
Well, we'll see how long can Austin Leon keep his first place position or try and retain his lead if he can.
Let's check who was faster last lap round.
Let's have a look. Avery Hamilton 1 minute 16.903. 1 minute 16.812. So unfortunately, Austin Leon was a bit faster than him last lap. But I mean, I think Austin Leon may have got the message.
I think that was because they were right behind each other and weren't able to draft very well.
Exactly. Well, I think Avery Hamilton may have missed his drafting spot by only a few moments, which, yeah, could explain that. All the cars are still line by line in single file. Doesn't seem to be any more overtaking in sight. But still, that was a good race.
Down into the S's. And they're still straight lining it.
We take a look at the top 8 positions who are currently, obviously in the points. K Meeks currently holds the last points position in 8th place.
Over former teammate Arthur Xavier.
Where is Arthur Xavier? He's right behind him.
As Arthur moved to Leland Motorsports satellite team that runs Fords.
And Arthur Xavier
running old JC Motorsports 43 chassis.
We all know that Arthur Xavier did miss
as you can see behind him, the 43 moved from Fords to a Chevrolet, so that's where Leland Motorsports' satellite team got the equipment from.
There is last race winner, Alrighty Alejo.
Into the S's he goes, and it looks like he is in. What position is he in?
He's currently in 12th. Is it 12th? No, 10th. My bad.
Oh. Okay, so he's about 2 places out of points.
We're currently chasing the returning Arthur Xavier, who missed the last race as a result of the team contracts replacing him with the up-and-coming Avery Hamilton. But at least it's got McDonald's sponsorship of him, which is
Yeah.
good old money from the company itself. And we have the second race winner. Second race winner, Richard Herman. He's currently in 7th place. And in the points.
I'm questioning when we're going to get our first pit stops. And I wonder how that's going to shake up the entire field.
We'll see about that. I am certain we could see pit stops. Even though that I always don't think about arranging pit stops and so. Sometimes we see a pit stop. Sometimes we see no pit stops. But that'll obviously depend on the tire wear of the cars. If the tire wears are literally down, then
looks like 47's having an issue because he looks like he's.
Let's look at the back. Where is 47?
Caught up to him.
Yeah, I think the 47 is not having a good race this time, unfortunately.
Neither is the 9. They have reported 9 has somewhat of a vibration.
They're now side by side together at the back. And here is Rick Roll. Again, another disappointing race compared to last race as well. Hadn't had a good race so far. Take a look at the new paint scheme of Cam Wright, not to forget. Cam Wright has a new paint scheme for this race and a few other races as well. I assume in Talladega, Japan, and I think Chicagoland.
Oh wait, we're going to Japan. Are we doing road course or oval?
No, we're definitely doing oval, no doubt.
Oh.
Don't think NR2003 ever released a road course version of Motegi.
I think they did. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I mean, it would be interesting to do Suzuka as well. I know NASCAR ran Suzuka as well as an exhibition race. So that could be something to consider. We could do a Japanese road course race at Suzuka at some point in the future. Still, a lot of the positions have not changed yet. Austin Young still leading the race. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness me. I think Riley Hill is trying to overtake his teammate over Hamilton, I think.
Wrong one. You're getting me and my brother mixed. Riley Hill's in the 15.
They're going close. Oh, in fact, Riley Hill is going closer and closer and closer. For some reason, I think he's putting more pressure on Avery Hamilton. I think he's giving him some assistance to try.
You do realize that's me?
Of course it's you. I was trying to say, Lyndon Hill is trying to give Avery Hamilton some assistance to hopefully...
You're saying Riley Hill.
At least it's not like what was that race? I forgot that race. What was the Richmond race that Harvick won. They said he swept at Bristol, even though it was I don't know.
Oh, they're actually closing in. Still putting a lot of pressure on Austin Liang. I don't know how Austin Liang is responding, but it seems he's still doing too hard to retain his lead if he can. I believe at one point.
Not really anywhere to pass.
That's for some reason. I mean, Watkins Glen, I think overtaking can be somewhat difficult at times, especially being in a very fast track and in a somewhat.
This is a problem. Once they all break up in the like this, unless you get a caution, the race is done.
Pretty much. We're now 10 laps to go, 10 long laps to go. We do wildly expect some more changes to happen really soon.
I swear to God, if one of my team's cars finishes second for the third race in a row,
that would have been amazing.
More like pain.
Yeah, fiery fist of pain.
At least if we don't get this one, we got a chance at Texas later.
Yeah, pretty much.
I forgot about Texas. I wonder how I'm gonna do it.
I do hope to make sure that for almost every track there are lots of opportunities in terms of overtaking if I can. I've done the best I can, but at least at least for this track there's got to be some good old surprises coming up.
I mean, hey, we said that Avery Hamilton would have a good run at Watkins Glen. Seemed to be right.
At least for now. I mean, if he carries on with this, he could definitely win the championship.
I think what the team are trying to do is they're trying to go for more consistency over wins.
Exactly, because
we know if he gets the second place finish, it'll be his second start and his second place finish in a row.
Exactly, because we all know in this season, as rules apply, that you don't have to win a race to win a championship. You just have to be consistent as you can.
As I know, as I won a regular season championship without any wins.
Oh, we're gonna overtake an opportunity coming up. Who's that? I think that's Riley Hill trying to overtake. This is the first one so far. He's trying to overtake LaForge Henry. Not quite, I think. Yeah, it looks like LaForge. Oh my goodness me, they're so close to each other. Sullivan Sheridan is right behind Riley Hill. Wow. This is the first overtaking opportunity we've seen so far in this race in once in many laps.
Just need the 42 to make a mistake here.
We need to see what will happen next. Something will definitely happen next. We're currently 8 laps to go.
Imagine if the pit stop happened on imagine if everyone pitted 2 to go.
It'll be a cluster hell.
You know? That would be
42 just grenades his engine out the bus stop.
Oh, I mean, anything can happen. Maybe there's possibility.
Who's currently running faster?
In the fast lap stages, the 53 still has the fastest lap time. It's Richard Herman. Still has the fastest lap time.
I mean, between the 42 and the 5.
Let's see. Current last lap time, Austin Liang has a 1 minute 17.616. Oh, Avery Hamilton is faster. 1 minute 17.594. But obviously, times can change depending on, as you know, Avery Hamilton tries to make a move on, as he's working so hard that he can start to lose a bit of ground, which is why Austin Liang is still staying right there.
That version of the Disney Plus scheme is the only one to have not won a race yet. The version I won and the version that the 19's running has won at least a race before. That's the only version that hasn't.
Almost every car have not changed positions and such. Drew Walker still standing there with Carrie Leroux behind him, still in last place.
The 47 isn't I don't know why, but the 9 is just trying their best to pass that 47, but it's not working.
If
5 is just going to need a really good run or a push from his team owner.
We do hope that one day any of the cars can be Lion Kings of the race, hopefully try and secure their first wins in the season.
Hopefully.
They're still
Well,
close.
currently
Oh,
they-
we have a bit of
Oh,
a flinch from Leyland Hill.
Currently in the past 3 races, at least one Disney Plus car has finished second.
We'll see what will happen.
Happened at Indy with Meeks finishing second at Indy in his Disney Plus paint scheme, and then Avery finishing at second yesterday. And it looks to be it's going to be the 3rd continuous race in a row that this is going to happen.
We all know
But
this is going to be a
overall,
close shot.
It's more about consistency than anything.
I'm wondering if we're going to get a pit stop. It's gonna happen one of these
I
days.
don't think so, considering that we're now just over 50% of the race completed. Now we are like more like 30% of the race coming up, or 25% even, I would say. We have 5 laps to go. Leon still leading the race after an unusual dominant drive in this race. Also, we've got other cars behind him who is pushing on the pressure.
We'll see. We'll see if tech inspection does anything. Probably not, because I'm pretty sure that team wouldn't risk in their first start.
Plot twist puts a bomb in there.
What? What? Like
What?
as soon as the 5 tries to pass him, and just going to detonate both of them.
Yeah. Plot twist.
I mean, that would let me win the race. So.
Plot twist: the 42-piece tech inspector is like $50. Be like, don't say anything about the bomb. Wow, we're getting. Not really been the same. I was hoping for a caution, but I guess it's not going to happen.
Didn't someone fail tech yesterday?
Actually, who failed tech? Wasn't it the 36?
Oh, I just saw a potential overtaking opportunity coming up. Oh, my Alejo, in fact. Oh, yes. James Jemison just got past Alrighty Alejo. And Richard Petty Jr. doing the exact same thing. He makes an overtake Alrighty Alejo. Alejo seems to be having some problems with his car. I think his tire is starting to wear out. So he's starting to drop off the pace a little bit. But 2 cars, James Jemison, Richard Petty Jr., both overtaking Alrighty Alejo, I think, on that very same lap. And we see another one coming up. There we go. Now the fun starts happening. Cat Rowe seems to be getting overtaken by Cam Wright as he tries to keep her position where she's running right now. And here we go. Ethan Mingaloli is giving Cat Rose a push.
What's happening up front?
Let's see what happens up the front. I think there's going to be some more come. Oh, here we go. Lady Hill tries to overtake. Just in time to see this happening. Lady Hill tries to overtake his teammate. But I think he might have put a bit too much on the outside.
How many laps to go? About 3?
Tire wear is starting to play up with cars starting to lose grip. Some more opportunities are coming up. Lenny Hill overtakes. He overtakes Avery Hamilton for second place, but Left Bush Henry is doing the exact same thing as well. He overtakes Avery Hamilton. This is going to be a big heartbreak for Avery Hamilton. Now he's got Riley Hill right behind him, his teammate. These tires starting to wear off.
Their tires are just not doing well.
Seems that these tires not gonna last, but it'll be really funny. Oh, you can see the gap is starting to build up. Austin Leung, some bit of more breathing space to hopefully have a more comfortable lead in the last few laps. But look at those
We're
cars.
coming up to 3 to go this time by.
If they can stop pushing each other, then they may be able to cut down on his gap.
LaForge Henry could be the second female driver to score a top 3 finish of the cat race in the second race in Indianapolis, which I think she must have gained a position up by somewhat merit. The fact that I think Avery Hamilton is starting to lose some more grip now. Bit of a heartbreak for Avery Hamilton. We thought he was going to finish as high as second place, hopefully even go for a win, but now he's dropping down a little bit.
But that now allows Team on Leland Hill to try and contest.
If he can, I think Hill
Hill seems to have a really fast car. He's closing in.
In fact, not as fast as the driver said, but you can see Leland Hill is starting to gain a bit more ground. But we all know time is starting to run out. We only got 2 laps to go. Well, 2 laps to go, 3 laps to go.
That now means that both cars with Target sponsorship running 1-2.
Target versus Target.
Because remember, the 54 has the Target bullseyes on the quarter panel.
I can see it.
As we're coming up to 2 laps to go this time by.
This may be just a big morale boost coming to Texas. At 54, yet to finish in the top 3, was on his way to finish in the top 3 at Indy.
I think
before getting wrecked by the 28.
I think LaForge Henry is starting to gain a bit more ground than Leland Hill. I think he's going to give him the pressure this time. But I think this would be good to figure out who's definitely going to get the win. Will Austin Hill make a stick, or will he lose it at the very last moment? Still no change from the bottom 4 at least. The bottom 5, I think. Jericho must be standing there for almost the entire race.
Round 5 has been somewhat of the same.
The 54 makes all the time in the bus stop, then the 42 is able to just run away.
But you can see the gap is starting to close in, but will it be enough?
I don't think it will. That'll be the 3rd race in a row that a Disney Plus car has finished second.
Here we come. They're coming out of the final turn. Here they come. White
the last lap.
One more time around Watkins Glen.
But in an official statement from Hill Meets Racing, they said they don't care about the wins. They care more about being consistent.
But this would
Final
be good.
time around turn number 1 at the Glen.
They say that yeah, a win would be a nice bonus, but it's all about consistency at the end of the day.
Up to the S's for the final time. 42 leads. 54 second, and the 4 is third.
Let's have no one dump me on the final lap this time.
Let's hope this doesn't happen. As we see that the race is starting to quiet down a little bit, at least for the pack. As we are already halfway in this very last lap. Austin Leon is set to make it stick for him. Will he win in his very first race for the number 42 Kyle Larson car? This will definitely keep Kyle Larson's name alive, at least for the paint scheme that he's driving right now.
Last 2 corners down that final straight. Out of the final.
Oh, look at this! Oh my God, who is trying to even, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. This is it. Oh my goodness me, that last second attempt, which unfortunately didn't work out for him. It must be it. Austin Leon has taken the victory here at Watkins Glen.
Get their first checkered flag.
That was a close shot. Unfortunately, that was too little to even succeed on overtaking Austin Leon. But
the 54 saying over the radio, congratulations to the 42. He just had a faster car all day.
And we take a look. Oh,
They say in an official statement they say that they'll take second and they'll work on trying to improve that at Texas later.
Well, let's see. We're certainly going to have a much more better race. We'll be back at we'll be back racing at Speedway Ovals unlike the short ovals and road courses that we've had in the past couple of races, we should definitely see the return of more overtakings on almost every lap. There it is. Austin Liang has given himself a huge big pat on the back for his first victory. This is your official results. Austin Liang wins this race. And who has the fastest lap time? The number 53 of Richard Herman will take fastest lap. This has been awesome. Liang takes the pole and win. I think this is the first time we've had the pole and win in the series. I don't know about Drew Walker.
Led from start to 42 led from start to finish.
Yeah. I don't know if Drew Walker done the same thing in the first race, but I would assume this is the very first time we've seen a driver doing something like that. Whoa, blimey. This is it. This is the last race. I mean, so the race is finished. And, yeah, we shall move on to Texas in the next few hours. It's all set up and ready. We will expect a few scheme changes, I think, in the coming races.
And the 50 and the Hill Meeks racing crew are already packing up their stuff in the haulers and getting ready to head out for Texas.
It's not going to be that long. It's only like a 2-hour, 3-hour flight away from the state of New York. But who cares?
The 9 in a good mood. Apparently they're mad that the 47 was blocking them the entire race.
Right, let's go through the top 8 of points positions. Austin Liang obviously takes the win with Lynn Hill, LaForge Henry, Avery Hamilton, Riley Hill, Solomon Sheridan, Richard Herman, and Kendrick Meeks. These are your top 8 positions.
Keeping the tradition alive, the Disney Plus car is always coming up one short.
LaForge Henry, I think she's starting to move up the order. I think she's currently second and third in points, but that would obviously have to wait until the points gets updated, and we'll see who is leading the championship after the race in Texas.
If I would have finished in the top 3 at Indy without being wrecked, I think I could have had a good shot at the lead of the points.
We'll wait and see. There's lots of different tracks to go for.
Especially with finally getting a top 3.
Let's see what the others are up to on the Twitch chat. Ooh, this is amazing. I'm eating a burger, Richard Petty. 10th, 18th, 19th. Well, better luck next time.
When you were talking about McDonald's sponsorship, I was going to say I'd rather have Wendy's, and I would have probably gotten shot.
Oh, I've just realized. I think the UK opening up their first Wendy's in first time in many years. I think I've heard the news about it not long ago.
I heard that apparently there's the Hooters in the UK, and I'm like,
I've never heard of Hooters.
UK Hooters.
There has been a few. I do know some US chains that have only appeared in America. They've only had restaurants in America. They've never had in some place in Europe, but have recently opened up restaurants in the UK. I know Chick-fil-A made a controversial appearance of opening up their first store in the UK, but unfortunately I think they closed after 6 months. Wendy's, of course, are opening up their first branch in first time in many years, and of course Taco Bell have opened up their first store like a couple of years ago. So this is getting interesting
Taco
for the
Bell,
UK scene.
I call it a place where you don't want to. It's a good place to eat. It's just that it's what happens after.
Yeah, we know the history behind that branch, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So thank you for everyone. Of course, I'm gonna switch off the stream, and then we can just stick around in the Discord voice chat if you want. So, all right. Thank you all for everyone that have joined the Twitch chat. And thank you all for commentators Jerry Chen, who had left midway during the race, Tari Lowell, and of course Layden Hill. Thank you all for taking part. We'll see you guys in the next few hours at Texas. Take care.
At Texas
And a short
Motor
show.
Speedway.
Yes, Texas Motor Speedway, not to be confused with the older Texas World Speedway that have closed, I think, not long ago. I heard they shut it down a few years ago.
They didn't shut. It's been shut for a couple years, but they started demolitioning it a couple years back. It's actually pretty sad.
I mean,
Good track.
same as Rockingham, UK. They've knocked it down around the same time. But anyway,
Our Rockingham is coming back somewhat.
all right. This is Gonzalez signing off.